forget the name of the store up there where they threw me out. I would go in and they had the caps onto the vodka bottles. You could snap those off and just walk down the aisle and drink and just trip slips on, big shorts, a Dodger hat, fat, just distorted and just, hey,
Millie makes songs, hey, I made this one. Jerry builds bikes and they go real fast. They're mental defectives. Welcome to the Mental Defectives podcast, a show where we interview interesting individuals with a focus on addiction and mental health. I'm your host, Millie Graham. That's Millie if you know me, Mr. Graham. If you know me, joined, as always, by the Hunter Moon of Harleys. He's the gearhead with the heart of gold. It's Mr. Jerry with a G.
Glad to be here.
Because today...
Hold on. You should hit that like and subscribe button if you dig what we do.
Mental Defectives podcast, wherever you get your social media, because that's where we is. Mental Defectives podcast, because today we have an extremely special guest. He's a sober bassist, husband, and Grammy-nominated composer who's had several top 10 hits. He's slept on sidewalks. He's been the subject of award-winning documentary, and he's here today. You can catch him volunteering at the Salvation Army, directing the Worthington Chamber Orchestra. Please welcome Ben. Ben, how's it going?
You guys are insane. It's going well. I'm not the director of Worthington Chamber Orchestra because Antoine will murder me. New composer in residence for 2025 through 2026 season, and then 2026 season through 2027 season. So for the next 2 years, composer in residence. Very happy about. And I was on a Grammy-nominated album.
Oh.
So it's through with Pacifica string quartet and Anthony McGill, clarinetist. And if I say I'm a Grammy-nominated artist, there'll be hell to pay, my friend.
Grammy adjacent.
Yes.
There we go.
I'm Grammy adjacent.
And I'm excited later. I mean, we'll get to it eventually, but I want to get the whole rundown of like the orchestra technical aspect and stuff because that's all new to me. But to start us off, Ben, where are you from?
Born in Berlin, Germany.
Oh, cool.
Moved to small town Mineral Wells, Texas, San Francisco, El Paso, Texas, Los Angeles for many, many years. So Army brat, saw us all over the place. But, Berlin till I was almost 7.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's awesome. That's such a wealth of like different places to hail from.
Well, yeah, a lot of resentment in there because we kept moving, and I want my friends.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But now looking at it, it's like, wow, what a wealth of experience and a wealth of just rich culture. And it was looking back on it now, it's cool.
Cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Ben, when was the first drink?
Wow, that's great. 14, I went to, right before high school, we went on a camping trip, and we asked some dude who came out of 7-Eleven to buy us booze and to go up in the mountains in El Paso, the Gila Wilderness. I guess that was called Trans Mountain. And we had ponied up our money, and we got MD 2020.
Nice.
So
right on.
went to camping, and we had a boatload of MD 2020. I drank 4 bottles.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, it was delicious. I didn't get up to go to the bathroom, just sitting down by the campfire. Everyone's lying, smoking cigarettes at 14.
Oh, yeah.
Just chugged them. It was great. And then I stood up, and the explosion of color and just whirlwind. And, bad scene. Fell into the fire, rolled around the dirt, burned a pant leg off, destroyed everything. Woke up in the morning in the filth. Not a lot of happy people, and worst hangover imaginable.
Sure.
So it's like, man, this is awful, and I thought I was going to die. After it wore off, that was awesome. Because of all the colors and the chaos. And when I drink, I love the chaos. I love 400 miles an hour, and I'm going to dive through that window. No, you're not. All right.
Right.
Yeah, I like to do that.
Yeah. Okay, so we have the first drink at 14. Transformative experience. Where does your drinking go from there?
I was lucky enough I started playing music early, and drinking was not an everyday thing for me in high school. Being musicians and being in a crappy garage band, we got to play keggers on the weekend.
Sweet.
So played sports, quit everything, played music. So when we at least twice a month we played keggers, and I would drink my ass off. and I loved it. I was never let's have a beer kind of guy. I can't even remember let's have a beer. It was bring your cup.
Yeah.
We were playing. There's a bunch of kegs. Girls are cool. Whatever. Stand by the keg. You're playing. Go up and play and just drink as much as possible. And that's and then it progressed later on, but when I was playing music, there's always a time and place for everything. I didn't get not until the end I drink a lot, but could always maintain it, when we played. Every now and then you'd have the whole band was drunk and it's like, wow, that was horrendous, or never horrendous, that was insane. But there was always a time I prided myself on, I'm a professional, and I think I was, until I wasn't.
Until
I was unhireable and I couldn't do anything.
Yeah. Okay, so we're doing like the weekend kegers. Are you like mixing other drugs into the scene at this
smoking
point?
pot.
Okay.
I missed out on Quaaludes. And
yeah.
I missed out on Ludes. I couldn't understand it when someone's in high school, they had Ludes. It's like a pill. And I thought aspirin. It's like, why would you take a pill? It's like, no, these are Quaaludes. They're awesome. And it didn't make sense, so I just didn't try it. Man, what a big regret.
Right.
I never heard
That's
it.
like my big regret is I never got to try a Quaalude.
They're out
Right.
there. Someone has them. Someone with money has a lot of Quaaludes somewhere.
I'm not paying $5,000 for a pill throwing.
No, if you're hanging in that circle, it's like I have Quaaludes. Yeah, but I'm sober.
Well,
They are Ludes. I've heard nothing but great things about them, but I missed out on them. Yeah, I smoked weed, didn't do coke until out of high school, and that was the same experience like MD 2020. Someone gave me a gram of coke because I've never done it. Bartender at a bar we were playing at goes, well, here, and I gave me a pack, and I went out into the car. It's like awesome. So dumped it all out on a cassette, railed the whole thing, came back in just, dude, I swear to God, I just railed the whole thing, and he's looking at me like, hey, and I'm there like, hey, out of my mind. He's there, so what do you mean? He goes, the packet. I went, I did it all. Lost his mind. I didn't know that you're not supposed to do it all, just big fat rails. And I was just,
Oh my God.
it was a bad scene. That next set was just, I
right.
hadn't got the
Turned into
paranoia.
a speed metal band real quick.
Oh, just commercial, terrible music, but that's how you got paid. But I was just up there, but it wasn't the paranoia that it became later, or just wasn't pornography and just god awful. Yeah, it was just. I thought that's what you did. I paid him back way later on, but at the time that was. It's like anything with drinking and using. I did it to the extreme because I loved it. Anything that got me out of feeling like a piece of crap and not being connected to anything. Music made me feel, growing up, I'm probably all over the place. Music is the thing that connected me as a kid. My first memories listening to music, even at 5, maybe you guys are like that. My earliest memories, I'm a terrible person, I'm a piece of crap, and then music, Deep Purple or the Beatles and any of that stuff, and it's just like, and when I could write somewhat, and I would try to write down the words, and it just took it all out of, it all went away. And then I discovered later on, beer really takes it all away, and then pot, that's a lot of fun. And then as the more traveling I did playing music, the more drugs I was exposed to, and then it was just like, why not? Sure, Hey, do you want to? Absolutely.
Don't even finish the sentence. Yes, please.
No, I mean, why would you not do that?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we're doing the cake parties, playing at these in high school, and then you get out of high school. Where do we go from here?
At the end of high school, I was playing in Holiday Inns, going through West Texas and New Mexico. So I was way underage, drinking. So I get paid $200 a week. Went way back because I'm old. So back then that was a lot of money compared to zero. And here's your bar tab, which is whatever. It's like, man, and you get a room at the Holiday Inn. So
Perfect.
when I was, when you're a kid, for me, when I was 15 years old, you've got money and you have, it was insane. So I did that, and I didn't know what the hell you asked me. I just went on the tangent.
No, that was great. Okay, so keep on rolling.
Good.
Yeah, yeah, just Holiday Inn bands, and then other hard rock bands, because Holiday Inn bands were very top 40, and I was a metal guy, and then just you did that to get the hell out of it. I was in El Paso, Texas, where I got out of high school, and just wanted to leave. And so, well, you can make money by touring Holiday Inns. Great. This sucks, after a while, and then start playing in top 40 bands, and then you tour around a bit, and then we buy equipment, get in a hard rock band, and start to write some songs, and you learn 9 million cover songs and play originals on the one-offs, and I got to tour the U.S., Canada, and just make my living doing that. Start out in a station wagon, you get a van, you get a huge truck carrying around a massive light show in PA, until I got burned out on that, and then headed west, to Los Angeles.
With that band touring, did you guys ever release any music? Like
no, it's just
live
some
shows?
Cassette tapes, and we went to the studio and recorded, and it's like, yeah, this is awesome. I still have those, but
nice.
It's like, yeah, that's just trash. But it was something, and we felt in a city that there's a few bands that came out. Bobby Fuller came out of El Paso. I don't know if I Fought the Law, and the Law.
Yeah.
So that's Bobby Fuller. He came out, and there's a few other bands, and it's like no one's doing anything. It's a one-horse town, and I want to go to the bright lights and do all that stuff, and getting all the bands in Los Angeles. We didn't have enough money to go to New York, so it was Los Angeles. So this is where all the bands are going to be awesome. And you get out there, it's like fucking Houston, Texas, man. This is it's terrible. Very angry. So, but it's just that's where the action was, and I find in situations out there like New York, and everyone gets a shot. Everyone, are you ready? And I got my shot. I got my shot twice. So it's just, you get in a million bands, you practice your ass off, never miss rehearsal, extracurricular activities, being in Hollywood and all that. All the stories are true, and you just get in a million bands and hope to God someone sees you. You just tell every band you're in, it's like, music's great, I'm so into it, it's awesome, and you just want to kill yourself. And you're just gigging nonstop and lying your ass off, using everyone you can to sleep on the floors and just do the thing. And you got a bunch of dudes in an apartment, you can't make rent, you can't come up with $50 this month. I don't know, bro. So I'm going to buy beer or pay rent. I'll figure rent out later.
You got to prioritize.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
What time frame is this?
I moved out to Los Angeles in the spring of 1990. So
you're coming just on the heels of like the hair metal's still a thing at that point. What about, Sunset Are you like
I came during the last couple of months of Sunset Strip. We came into LA, and
oh my God, you're like 20, or how old are you?
I was 25.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I was 25.
That's so awesome.
I'm 60 now, so I'm an old fart. So I was 25, and we get there, and it was like what's the ominous warning, or the like the doggerel that I can say as Bill sees in Westchester Cathedral. So pull into Hollywood. Had a friend that lived there. It's like, all right, Hollywood Boulevard, and you get there, and it wasn't all fancy, and it was just, this place sucks. And I look over, and a bum's taking a crap in the doorway.
Yes.
It's like I'm looking at it, it's like, is that what this is what my life's gonna be?
Is this it?
I still remember that. I didn't know if that was that then, but I remember that was my first memory. And then we hoofed it around to Sunset Strip, and it was like Mardi Gras out there.
Yeah.
And that was like the last month or two of that before hair metal. Before all that got wiped out. And so I was walking up and down with my band guys. What have I gotten myself into? This sucks. I thought, that scene was everywhere in the U.S. So I thought it was going to be different, but there's a shitload of people out there now, and it sucked. It's like, this sucks, man. And I was very angry that night. I went to Bordner's famous bar out in L.A. I almost got in a fight with everyone there because I was furious at what I got myself into,
But there was no going back at that point.
No, I was broke, and was just like, you have your money. I don't have enough money to get an apartment because it's so expensive. So what do? And you don't think about that or do you care? It's like, well, I better find something. So we had a van and a ton of equipment crushed into the van, and so you figure it out. It's just I don't regret going out there at all. It just, this is not what I thought it was going to be. I thought everything was going to be awesome. It's a life lesson. It wasn't. So you just learn how to play the game in Hollywood, and everyone's always looking over your shoulder. Like this talk right here, I would be just like, "What's yeah, cool, yeah," not even paying attention to you, looking right over your left shoulder.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
waiting for who is ever coming in the room. And I found that so offensive, so angry. It's like, oh, I get it. That's, you got to play the game. So I played the game, and being what I turned into, being that person who likes to drink a lot and cover up and mask all his feelings, of which alcohol gave me the release from. You stuff those feelings of insecurity and phoniness. Now I'm really feeling like a phony because I know what I'm doing. It's like, this sucks, and this, just stuff it down. Yeah, further. You're a bigger piece of crap now than you've ever been, and then just stuff it down and just use people more. And man, it's life lesson.
The Mental Defectives podcast is brought to you by Milligram's new single, a grungy pop-punk emo anthem for the ages. Listen to Milligram's new single on all streaming platforms.
Okay, so you're out there immediately disillusioned with Hollywood.
Immediately.
playing in a million different bands. I'm picturing a scene out of The Dirt, the Motley Crue.
Documentary,
biography.
Biography,
whatever.
yeah.
And then what? How do we progress from there?
I was in a band, and I played a bar called Coconut Teaser, right? And that's the home of Rage and Tool and all those bands. So I played Coconut Teaser one night. It's like this, just bitter. And a couple of guys came in and saw me, and not saying I'm great or anything. It's just you look great, you play your ass off. Not saying I'm great. It's just that and they got my number through my roommate. And they called me up, and by then I was just whatever. It's like, we have a batch of songs, and come down, and you want to listen to them, maybe play some bass on it. It's like, yeah, sure. And I'd say yes, and it wouldn't show up. They'd call me again, say yes, and wouldn't show up. Call me again, all right. And I showed up to their house, and I was like, this is the best batch of songs I've heard since I've been out here. This is really fucking good, man. And it's nothing cutting edge or anything. It's rock songs, but their songs, and they were really good. I was like, wow, okay. And one gig later, we got a record deal to Epic Records out of that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
This is back in the day when you can like play the Troubadour, the whiskey, and then like there's like A&Rs in the audience, and they're like come up to you after the show, and that's wild.
But it's one of those deals to where, again, you have to be ready. And so we rehearsed a ton acoustically. We rehearsed our asses off. And there's a party in the Hollywood Hills one night, and near Christmas, and you guys are in a band, ha 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 ha. It's just record guys. Didn't know they were record guys. You get made fun of. It's like, well, play us a song. And the song was a song called Godless, and that went to number 2 on the rock charts. We played it. It's like, holy shit, this is great. So again, not saying I'm great or anything. That's just the story. And Capitol gave us a spec deal. So go in and record a batch of songs, and we'll sign you. And we, right place, right time. We recorded them. It's like, yeah, it's great. When they sat on them, and can I tell you just a little bit involved story? Because
Absolutely.
it's just so it's right place, right time,
Yeah.
and all these weird twists and turns. So what's the deal with Capitol? And he's like, yeah, we had a deadline, to where if they didn't have it, we'd own the rights to everything. And a guy from Epic Records, who's a guy that I'll tie that in. The guy from Epic Records, who later on signed Slipknot, so Steve Richards, he called up his lawyer. And he goes, hey, what are you doing? We're still doing the Capitol thing. We didn't know about any of this. He goes, I'm listening to this band that my secretary gave me. I don't know what the hell to do with it. And he goes, well, put it up to the phone. Puts it up to the phone. He's there, holy shit, I'm coming over. He grabbed the tape, found out where our singer was, went over to the house and talked with the singer. And we came over, sat in his living room, rehearsed acoustically. And he goes, I'm not supposed to know about you guys, but when Capitol passes, I'm signing you guys to Epic. It's like, really? And that's what he did. So Capitol passed. He said, I'm flying the New York guys in, and you guys are going to play us a show in the rehearsal room. So we, nice size rehearsal room, stage, and all that.
Oh, yeah.
So we came down. These guys came in, sat in a room, and did the, all right, play.
Impress me now.
Yeah, that's what it is. So it's like we're fucking tight. We're just dialed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we went in and played it like it was a stadium and destroyed those guys. And they went,
Yes.
holy shit, you got done. That's what the word was, done. We're going to party
Yeah.
tonight. We're going to go to the Forum, watch Sabbath get their platinum records after
my God.
after they
Yeah.
just reformed. We're going to the Forum, guys. Take a shower. You're filthy. And they picked- So we just that was that, and they picked us up. Went to the Forum. I'm in the bottom, underbelly of the Forum, watching Sabbath take their things. And I'm standing up, I'm just like, holy shit, look at these guys. All the bands that I grew up liking, got to see got to meet Sabbath, I'm standing in the middle of it, from a rehearsal room to that.
Yeah.
Right place, right time,
Wow.
put the phone up to the, to the
Yeah,
phone. What is
right.
that?
Yeah.
So it's just that kind of chance thing. Rehearsing, being, always be ready. And we did work our ass off. And I thought, that's it. I'm going to be in a signed band. I'm hanging with my heroes. The inside, everything is fixed, because I thought my whole life, if I just get this thing, because I was living
Yeah.
on floors and being a
Yep.
complete terrible person, when I get this, I'll show you. I knew it. I'd prove it to all you. No one's cared. No one, as we know, no one cares.
Yeah.
No.
one's thinking about me. I'm thinking you're thinking about me,
Right.
and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And so I had an experience later on when we did our first big arena tour, and I got what I wanted, and everything turned sour. And it's like, holy shit. I didn't know that then, but through a process of recovery and doing step work and recovery, there's the switch, there's the moment
Yeah.
right there
Yeah.
to where it was, I'm an insane, happy, kooky, just, yeah, I'm drunk, just time and
Right.
place for everything, to I'm not happy at all, and now there's no solution. Now there's no, now I'm
working
really
anymore.
lost. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a scary place to be.
Yeah, it was not good, and it lasted for a good while,
What was your use like at that time? Like when you were playing arenas and stuff, were you drinking every day? Or?
In the evening.
In the evening, sure.
So it just we're lucky enough to have a rider, so we had plenty of beer, plenty of booze. So I made up something. I need to have my 6 red cups, and I was like, what? What is that? So I,
Right.
The brown M&Ms only.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
yeah. So 6 Heineken, slam that, go out, stomp around on stage, come back, and now it's on. And now
Yeah.
it's, I'm, I don't know what I was thinking. It's like, yeah, rock out. So
Right.
light up some heaters and
Yep.
just drinking and kicking the shit out of everything and just drink it all, smoke it all. What do you got? Bam, bam, bam. Sleep it off. Still had the wherewithal that I needed to look good and play good. Wake up in the morning, go run wherever we're at. Go run, come back, shower, play, 6 red Solo cups, drink all the booze, boom, boom, boom. And that was
Rinse and repeat.
rinse, repeat. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was just and then when you feel tired, it's New Year's Eve for everybody, because if you come into town, we're lucky enough to have a song on the chart, and it's like, great to see you guys. I'm feeling so bad, Come on, and you get a couple of beers in you, you know the drill.
Yeah.
And then it's off and running again, and it was just endless loop.
Yeah.
What bands were you touring with on that tour?
We started off with Creed and Seven Dust. We played with
wow.
Metallica.
Hell
We
yeah.
played with, I don't know, just everyone.
Yeah.
We did a bunch of dates with STP. Did a bunch of dates with the Cult.
Do you mean?
And-
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Oh,
Stone
good.
Temple Pilots was by far the best band I've ever.
that's
right up there with one of the top best bands I've ever seen.
Did you
It
get
just-
to interact with Scott Weiland at all?
He was.
Was he on his full diva?
He was his guys. you guys, here's Scott. Keep him over there. Keep him locked up. When he comes out, usher him to the stage. Keep him away from everyone. That's what we
Really?
got out of it. Everyone who was the crew and everybody. It's like, where's Scott? He's not here. So you'll when he's time to perform, here he is. Walks
Yep.
out, destroys the place. He's gone, and I think it's a safety net. But I didn't ask the brothers that or anything. They're nice enough. And it's like, hey, what's up with Scott? And that's lame. And you don't want
Yeah,
to do that.
yeah,
It's just
yeah. What
man.
was your band that you were in at this point on this
a
tour?
band called UPO.
UPO.
Yeah, its first big arena show was in Columbus, strangely enough.
Oh, how about that?
That's when I had my
Yeah.
this
that
is not
moment.
going to work
Oh,
out.
great.
Yeah.
You came to Columbus and your whole life fell apart.
No, it was just like there's a lot of people, and it was big, and Seven Dust guys are great. We weren't allowed to look Creed in the eye, and it was like, well, there's that. Seven Dust guys are the nicest guys ever.
And that's interesting. There's one person out of every band you've listed that is like gone off the rails with drugs and alcohol, and then he, got sober at some point. Like,
Oh yes,
it's very interesting.
Seven Dust guys were off the fucking rails, dude. They're off the rails, and everyone is clean living, you know, and just Clint's the nicest guy who ever lived, and
That's awesome.
That's
he
so
was
cool.
off the rails, just like, hey, dude, you too?
Let's go.
I imagine you don't have to look that far to find someone to co-sign your bullshit of like,
Oh, no.
hey, let's drink 19 more
Right.
beers and like split this bag and do all this. Blah,
Oh,
blah, blah.
I never split a bag with him, but it was drinking. Was like, hey, dude, he's got
Yeah.
that country accent. It's like, hey, it's great. Let's drink a lot. Let's make it happen. And,
Yeah.
yeah, it was great.
Okay, so you oh my god, so we're on this tour, Columbus, you have this like breaking point of like what I'm doing isn't working anymore.
Oh, that was near the end of that. It's like, this sucks, and what am I doing? And anxiety came in with drinking, and I never had that. And it's like looking back at it through doing step work, and it's like, this is where you can trace it all back. I don't know if it was with you guys the same. It's like, here's the starting point, and here's all the stuff, and I could take it all back. Being honest with someone, it's like, that's where it turned. There's my anxiety coming in. Why did that come in? Because I thought this thing would fix me, and
Right.
it didn't. And now what? And I don't know. Just stuff it down further. Stuff it all down. The behavior got really bad, and stuff it down. You loser. You just stuff it and stuff it and stuff it, and then if I can only do my own thing and call my own shots and not have to deal with this band, that was my new thing, and I got that, and I got to do a bunch of stuff with another band right after that, and man, that didn't fix me at all. I feel worse, and that's when everything comes crashing down at the end.
And how does that so it sounds like you want to be a director.
I wanted to be in my own band, and our motto was, "There's no such thing as no." So the guitar player is like, "Wait till we become heroin addicts, and this is going to be great." I go, "That's crazy." He goes, "Oh, it's going to happen because there's no such thing as no." All right. So coming out of treatment, and I learned how to smoke some heroin, and we're at gigs doing shows, good sized venues, and I'm smoking heroin on stage. Just shh, ha,
Right.
no means no, there's no such thing as no, right?
Yeah.
And we're all like that. There's 3-piece band, and it was loud, and it was drug fueled, and it was just, that's when it really got ugly and dark, and that was bad
And so you'd been to treatment
a number of times.
in between. Okay, so walk us through, what was the first time you went to treatment?
2000, oh God, 2006. I had a friend, the old guitar player for UPO, said, I watched him get sober, and the guy was a legendary drug addict and just a terrible human being. And I watched his life just take off, and that ain't gonna work for me. So he was kind enough to get me into a treatment center where all the musicians go. The musicians assistance program puts you up in this fancy place. Well, I can't do any of this stuff. I need rest, and I'm not going to go to any meetings because I'm an artist,
Right.
And they let you get away with that, and then that didn't work, and then came the hospitals, alcohol poisoning, come off the road, exhaustion. You got the DTs. You're an alcoholic, and then
Which for a musician, if you're trying to sit there and play a bass guitar with DTs, I can't imagine that.
Oh, there's no playing. You just get off the road, and the last thing you do is pick up an instrument.
Oh, sure.
I'm going to go out and
Sure.
hit all the bars and destroy my hometown. We're living in Hollywood, so.
The Mental Defectives podcast is proudly brought to you by the House of Hope. Since 1959, the House of Hope has provided substance use disorder treatment focused on long-term recovery.
Services include short and long-term residential treatment for men, certified recovery housing, and outpatient programs for men and women. Using individual and group counseling, CBT, DBT, adventure therapy, financial literacy, and employment services, House of Hope helps individuals rebuild their lives.
Visit hofhope.org or call today to schedule a consultation.
Now let's get back to the episode.
I'm gonna destroy all that, and make the rounds, and you quit drinking for a day or two, and then, doom, and then I'm Cedars-Sinai, and
Having seizures and stuff.
oh yeah, seizures, bad seizures, seizures, and hospital stays, and then comes the psych wards, and then there's a bunch of those, and then treatment in 2010, or that same band that I was in. No means there's no such thing as no. Well, apparently there is no, because they walked off stage on me because I was just so I couldn't play, and I've never had that. And that was it. And then I thought, well, that's my whole identity. It's my whole self-worth, which was hanging on by a thread.
Right.
And then it just went downhill, and a lot of drugs, a lot of heroin, a lot of everything, a lot of going to. I tried recovery meetings. Nothing stuck because I wasn't willing to do anything, be honest with anyone. And then May of 2011, I found myself with a bag of dirty clothes standing in front of the Midnight Mission, Skid Row. After a bunch of guys kicked in my door. I had a nice house, but at the end it wasn't nice. It was just so terrible. And they dropped me off with a bag of dirty clothes, and one pant leg came full circle from the fire.
Fire,
Really, it did. And it's like, there's a mission here, there's one over here, stay. We can't let you die, and can't walk into this hellhole and find you dead.
Yeah.
And there I was, and I had my moment of clarity. And when I was at, through all the fancy treatment centers and all the crap that all the stuff in recovery that they say, meeting makers make it. Have you heard that? Meeting makers make it.
Once or twice.
Yeah, 90 and 90. Well, I found that didn't work for me. I went to every meeting. I did 190. I did all that, but I wasn't willing to do any step work. So I washed coffee cups. You're a greeter, I'm the pre-greeter. I would sit in the front, do all that, panels, go to H&I, I would do all that. All right, time to do some step work. I'm not gonna tell you all that stuff that I did.
Sure.
That's kept me separate, keeps us separate.
Yep.
And recovery doesn't work, so I had my moment of clarity at the Midnight Mission, saying I had this thing where it's over. And before it was, when I get out of treatment, I need to navigate this music thing. I need to get out. I can't go here, and I already have my conditions and my battle plan. Here it was just, it's all done. It's over. I'll do whatever you ask me, and I'm not happy about it. Kicking and screaming.
Yep.
Not believing. My sponsor said, I don't give a shit. What do you believe? Just do it. Take the action and go. And I did. And my life changed in a way that I can't describe. Only those who have gone through it know what that thing is. Even though I saw it work in others, I'm so unique. I can't. It'll never work for me. Dummy, because you're so special.
Right.
You're a dummy. And so when I got it, I had a Japanese guy at a meeting at the Midnight Mission, a little gangster Japanese guy who's in prison forever. Mike Fukuyama came in, just a little Japanese guy. Come here. He just gave me the business, and guy's straight murderer, and I'm looking at him and I'm crying. I got a robe on, just crying, and he just talked to me brutal, but I saw it in his eyes that he's in prison for 30 years, homie, fucking piece of shit, and he just gave it to me, man.
Hell yeah.
And I'm just sort of looking at him, and I believed him, It's like he's since passed of cancer, but that guy giving it to me in a way to where I'm done talking nice to you. That's the first time I met the cat. Everyone loving me to death. We'll help you. God bless him. And I used everybody. It's like, well, why should I change? There's always a fallback.
Yeah.
And he gave it to me, bro. And I started doing step work, and my life changed after inventory. I had an experience, not the God, Jesus on the mountain or anything, but I had someone knows all my stuff to the best of my ability at that time. And my sponsor was bigger mutant than I was. He's a worse person than I was. And he's laughing. He's living free.
Right.
And I told it all my stuff that I could remember at that time. And the next day, it's like, if someone knows all my stuff, and it felt, I can't tell you how it felt. You
right.
guys would
Oh,
know.
We know.
Yeah, so it's like, oh my God. And my life I couldn't believe it. And things changed from that lightning point right there. And my life changed. And, of course, not floating on air or anything, but I'm not a piece of crap. I'm not. All this was made up. I can do what I want. I could live happy. And of course we have our struggles, but man.
What was that time in early sobriety like when you're living at the Midnight Mission in Skid Row? Like, we've known plenty of people getting sober in like less than ideal environments. But what was that like being in such a environment like that, trying to get sober in those early days?
Well, Midnight Mission is rapists, arsonists, murderers, the ground zero for that behavior. It's Skid Row, but it's also one of the biggest recovery communities I find in all the places I've been. There's so many meetings down there, and it was just. I thought I was in prison. I didn't know what the behavior was or the slang was, and everyone's out of the joint, and I was just trying to navigate it, and finally I just didn't care, and I went to 20 meetings a week, maybe more. I just had to work in the dish room to wash dishes 4 hours out of the day to earn my keep. And you got to go to a meeting, yes sir. Walk down the street, or when I could get a pass when I finally reached 30 days, or get on the county van as we called it, and they bus you out to meetings.
Oh yeah.
And get out there in a big dicky shorts and you're dressing like a 18-year-old. I'm a grown man. I was like, "What's up, dog? Newcomer? What do you mean?
How do you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Newcomer, how'd you know?"
Well, the cigarette burns in your shorts were a dead giveaway.
Yeah. It's just, and I just went and I just sat in front and I found my tribe in the mission. To separate me from the folks who were there just to hide out from the other gangs. To hide out from parole officers, to dope dealers, to murderers. They're all hiding out in there. When you talk recovery and you find one or two other guys who are talking recovery, and that's what you talk about, and that's what you be about it, and no one wants anything to do with that. It's like the kryptonite. And everybody's like, no.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's like, there you go. We now it's us three, dude. It's us three. And go to meetings, reading big book, laughing.
Yeah.
And this part says, me too, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It was just, I was alive, and we were alive. It's amazing, and it was best thing that ever happened in my life. To get the opportunity to make amends, but get my life blown out and go into Skid Row. Fucking awesome. Awesome.
How long were you in the Midnight Mission altogether?
2.5 years, 26 months.
Okay.
It was a year program. And they said, I started school at 6 months, and so you're doing great at school. If you want to stay, you can just stay, but you got to volunteer here. And, what great. Dorm 2 now, Dorm 1, and when you enter, and it's wild, wild west, and there are people straight off the street. Dorm 2, a little bit quiet. And I'm going to school, and I volunteer at the front desk to answer phone calls. People come in. Everyone knows me now, so I get to bust balls and just, hey, this is great. And people are dying. Look at you. You're dying. You're willing to do nothing. Look at you. Ha.
Right.
Just joking and laughing. I was so grateful to be there. People are just, this place sucks. Sure does. Yeah, keep coming back. Ha, ha, ha.
Right.
Yeah.
It was great. So I volunteered and went to school. I was gone 16 hours out of the day at school. I was on fire with it. Come back, work, midnight shifts, answering calls at the front desk, getting to watch all that go down. Just brutal behavior out in the streets. You could see it. I just watch all that go down. But get a few hours of sleep, go to school. It's like, my life is so good. I live in a homeless shelter, and my life is the best it's ever been.
Yep.
Thank you, God. It's great. Holy shit, I can't say enough about it.
So after the mission, where do you go from there?
Get paroled out of the mission, and I went and.
Did you? I'm sorry. Did you have any legal consequences that got you to this point? Because you mentioned they pulled you out of your house. Was this like a
those are recovery guys that came in that did that.
Okay.
No, dude, music and my whole life kept me out of jail and prison. At the time in the house, I had growing some weed, stealing electricity, had the box rigged up by guy who worked for the DWP.
Right.
And it just all gangster. It's like that could have, I mean, years doing that, and that could have just right to prison. Nothing.
Wow.
Somebody served me with some paperwork in the courtyard of the Midnight Mission. I didn't know what that's from. It's like, I'm in a homeless shelter in Skid Row, and you serve me papers.
Right.
I'll make amends for it later. And nothing ever came of that.
Yeah.
You know, I just I probably some legal. Yeah. Well, obviously some legal stuff. I didn't open that up. So I'm in Skid Row. My entitlement. You know, I needed to make amends for that. Now, of course, I didn't keep it. I'm in Skid Row. Feel sorry for me. Right. Now I see it like that, but I was butthurt.
Sure. And then what was like your day-to-day life before you made it into the mission? Like, you know, when you're still like in heavy addiction, you're not touring or anything. Like, walk us through like an average day.
Wake up and call the guy. Get one of the Mexican guys to meet you down the street. $360 worth of heroin a day. So get the balloons for that guy, pop it in the mouth, drive back, hope to God no one pulls me over. I'm about ready to fly off the handle.
Yeah.
And then make it back to the house, smoke some, great, okay. And then I'm going to the liquor store, which is right down the street, walk to the liquor store, whatever I can pick up, bottles or whatever, or go right up the streets to, it's not Ralph's or Kroger's, I forget the name of the store up there where they threw me out. I would go in and they had the caps onto the vodka bottles. You could snap those off and just walk down the aisle and drink and just trip slips on, big shorts, a Dodger hat, you know, fat, just distorted and just, hey, you know, come back in until finally the police had to be called on me, and just I ran through all the managers and people. Every shift finally saw me, and so what do I care? You know, what do I care? It's just I was insane. So that was an average. That was a day, and then.
What's your hustle at this point? Is this like
I had money,
touring money? Like,
I had money for music, had money for weed, and some publishing stuff.
Nice.
So it was just wow. Okay, so I have all this. So that doesn't seem like a lot of money, and it's just 360.
Yeah.
It's just 360.
Bam.
I don't know what that is. Take that, and then I don't have any money left. So I'm gonna get on methadone. Oh man, methadone's great. I want to smoke some heroin and be on methadone. This is awesome. That was a bad scene, dude.
Right.
Coming off of that.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't see how the kids do that more than once.
What was the
That was the one that pushed it all over the edge.
Sure. I can't imagine the Midnight Mission had like a medical detox part of it. They just have you in there sweating it out.
Yes, I asked him. It's like, where after I got in, a miracle that I got in on that night. It's like, where did you get any meds? There, it's like, Mr. Holmes, bigger black guy, and I'm still in touch with him. Meds, get your ass up on that bunk. Just meds. This motherfucker said he want meds. Ha ha.
Right.
Hooting and hollering and crying and screaming and death threats on me, and
Oh my
dude,
God.
homies were not happy I was in there.
I bet not.
Just
Oh my God.
screaming. So that was. We didn't think we were gonna make it. Hey, that's another night. Help me, Mom. Help me.
Right.
Until it slowly but surely. It took a long time to get that methadone out of your bones, man. It just felt like I was dying. You get in the dish room, start vomiting in the dish room, crying, and just it's 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's like, you better. This is it. You know, go outside the walls right there. There it is. You can stand out there on 6th and San Pedro. Tell me how that works out for you. After I get, knifed in the eye. So I stayed, and I stayed. It's still a miracle that I stayed, and thanks God.
Big time. And you didn't run into any violence like when you were like running and gunning out in Skid Row? Because I mean, what we see of Skid Row in like movies and TV, it just seems like an open drug market / war zone. That
Prostitution,
to come out alive.
Child sex trafficking, everything, murder, rape, people just lying dead out in the street. And I was in the mission, so I wasn't out at night. It's like you're that. And then when we walk to meetings, they, okay, here are the idiots going to the meeting. What am I going to have on me? I'm not, I just walked out in the middle of the street down the end of the meeting at the end of the street on St. Julian Street. So they're not looking to hustle me. But when I started going to school, I would come back at 11 o'clock at night with my backpack, and by then I had a computer, and what made it out of my old life was I had an upright bass, and I was pushing that down, going into Skid Row at 11 o'clock at night. And there's a few times where I had to turn around, drop my backpack, and it's like, well, this is it. And they're all standing there. I'll stomp my bass into the ground because I'm never, F you, not going to let you take it. And I guess this is it. You know, I'm going to die. I didn't know what I thought. I guess this is it. And nothing, there was somebody, you know, what are they going to do? It's like, geez, this guy just turned around and wants it. You know, I guess that's what they thought. And I was never jumped. But as it progressed, it was always, leave big man alone. He's trying to get out of here. What's up, dude? What's up? You playing that cello? And it's like, yeah, baby, what's up? What's going on? And it's just pushing my bass up the street with my backpack going to school. And they're all for it, man. It's he's actually trying to get out of here.
How about that?
Yeah, and they didn't want to be down there. It's just like, go, big man, get it. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Have a great day, baby. And just go, come back. And when I was down there a few years ago, doing a classical performance at a premiere, went through Skid Row and still see the same cats out there. Wow. Oh my God, you're back, Ben. What's up, dude? Rodney, what's up, man? Come on, man. Yeah. Nah, man, it ain't for me. It's like, damn, dude, you look bad. Are you okay? You know, chopping it up. And no one's. I knew his name, a few others. Everyone else is where they're from. Hey, Arkansas. Hey, Louisiana. Hey, Shreveport. You know, hey, Dallas. Whatever.
Right. Yeah. The Minnesota Defectives podcast is brought to you by Ride Sober, an online community for sober bikers.
At RideXSober on social media and RideXSober.com.
Check them out today for apparel like t-shirts, hoodies, hats, riding gloves, and garage banners.
Ride sober, boldly sober.
Boldly sober. So you do 2.5 years in the mission. You get out of the mission. What were you going to school for at the time?
At 6 months at the mission, they said, get a job or go to school. So being a D student and barely getting out of high school, I went, I'm going to go to school. God, for sure. Because I thought, okay, I'm going to go to school, and for what? I went to school, and maybe I can just learn a music program. You know, I didn't know Logic at the time. I didn't know. Maybe I knew Pro Tools. I didn't know it, but I know of it. You know, that's what we recorded on. Yeah. So maybe I could do that, and maybe buy a cheap guitar, work at Wendy's. Maybe I could just SRO, a single room occupancy in Skid Row. Maybe I could do that. Went to school, found this program, electronic music program, teaches you recording and all this stuff. Sponsor said, absolutely not. Take a class and see if you like it. Being the good drinker that I am, I'll take all that. So I took a full load, learned how to sign up for a Pell Grant and a few other grants. Went to school from the mission, became Dean's List off of that. Nice. Recovery taught me to sit in front, line up the chairs, first one in, last one out, ask questions. I don't know. Everyone was pissed. Teacher was happy. And oh my God, I'm not a dummy. Not saying I'm smart. Recovery taught me it's not what you thought about yourself. It's over. Yeah. It's okay. And I went to school for that. Got my certificate and applied to conservatory in San Francisco and got in. And took a shot at that. And
what's the conservatory in San Francisco? Like, what is a music conservatory like that?
San Francisco Conservatory of Music is classical music. Classically trained conservatory, so where you get to see the young kids, just brilliant musicians. You sit there and go, I've never seen anything like that. And so they had a new electronic music program, film scoring department, and I handed them some work, and they said absolutely. And then I went up and talked with them. And it's like, oh, okay, so I have a hell of a story. And okay, so what I'm going to do is use you guys, and you get to use me. That's what I have in my head. It's still first flyer that came out for money. It's like, Ben Shirley, class of whatever, you know, his story in Skid Row. So that was the big, what do you call it? Not the money push. There's a drive, funding for giving, you know, funding drive or whatever. Okay. So I thought, well, you're using my story. That's great. Just let me in here. So So that's what I thought. You know, I bombed the audition playing piano, stunk it up, got out of there. Who cares? I'm sober. Yeah. And they accepted me, and I went up to school there and did well. Class president, thank you. student
Sweet.
body president.
Yeah.
They voted me because I guess I'm this and all this crap.
Right.
Like, he's the only one with a neck tattoo. He's a
Yeah, just
he's
Ben.
elected.
Ben.
Right.
It's like, really? And had a good time there. Got to learn a lot. Had some opportunities and made me real. Recovery taught me to where, yeah, this is not for me. And I had some opportunities. Back in the summertime, I would go to Los Angeles. And I got some opportunities to work. And it's like, yeah, this is not for me. And I could step away from it. And yeah, it was a great experience, you know. And I didn't need to go into $300,000 worth of debt to.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to become a school teacher. I'm in it to win it, you know. I'm all in, you know. So I thought I could be a composer. I didn't know if I was going to be a composer, and I just kept writing and had some opportunities open up. We never do anything by ourselves, right? I mean, you know that.
Yeah.
It takes
Absolutely.
takes a village and an army,
It
somebody
does.
to cut you some slack, and you get to all the gems of failing. You know, I failed instead of just, I don't know how to do this. I'm running full blast. If I fall on my face, so be it. And I don't care anymore. And I'm not going to look ridiculous. I'm not that guy who's dying out in the street. I'm not that guy. So I'm going to try it all. And things have worked out. You know, I don't know what I want. I don't know if I want. I'm not playing the game for sure. I'm not trying to send out music to every orchestra or everything and just hire me, please. I'll be whatever you want. I'm not. I don't care, bro. I was at a homeless shelter in Skid Row. Life's great, and
Yeah.
things are organically going in the right direction. Like meeting you at that event.
Absolutely.
You know, and sitting here with you. It's like I didn't
Yeah.
want to go to that event. Go to that.
Right.
Would have met Matt. Would have
Yeah.
met you. And just,
Yeah.
just sobriety takes, as you know, and like I'm telling you, like you don't know sobriety.
Some of the viewers might not know, so this is all
Yeah.
gold. Yeah.
Well, you say yes to the things you don't want to say yes to. You're in the spot. You wouldn't. What would you be doing right now? Crapping yourself?
Oh, absolutely.
Lying?
Yeah,
You know, just
right,
doing all
right.
this stuff.
Yeah.
And it just, we're here and just living this life of,
Yeah.
I never thought possible. I mean, how could you even think this? You're a liar. Well, I saw someone get better. I'm sure you did too. Like, it's not going to happen for me. And you buy into it. And lo and behold, told you.
Yeah.
No.
Damn. You know,
They told me.
they told me.
I didn't believe them.
No, but why would you? It's
Right.
all you only see it,
Right.
You know, and it's and all the stuff that, and you say yes, and you go to places that you would never go to. So you meet these people, and they're doing some stuff, and then you're over here because of this person. Now you're over here, but you were over here, and you would never go over there because these guys are assholes. And now you're over here, and then it's like, where the hell am I? This is great. And
Yeah.
all because, yes, and that's that starting point. You can trace it all back to yes, and now you're there.
Yeah.
Like, wow. In Ohio.
In Ohio.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
so
right.
I
In
have so many
Ohio,
questions.
bro.
How do you go from? It's one thing to play bass in like a hard rock or alternative rock band. How do you transition into like orchestra and symphony and classical music from there? Is this stuff you grew up doing, or
that's
like you
classical
learned at
music
school?
that's a lot of notes. That's a lot of stuff going on. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. I don't even know what the hell's going on. Whatever. Putting on Sabbath. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And I'm listening to Please God Help Me, Black Sabbath, and I'm
Right.
just like, worship the devil. And going to conservatory, going to school, you better like classical because that's what it's based on. That's what your theory's based on.
Yeah,
You better
yeah.
like it. Don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. Professor explained it to me, and I had my, oh my God, this is great. And I had that, keep showing up like recovery teaches us, keep coming back, keep coming back. And then they call me a composer because I was writing some stuff. I can read music now, little by little. I wrote some stuff, and you should be a composer. I mean, what the hell is that? I play bass, and I go, I'm left-handed. I
Right.
go, and I
left-handed, yeah.
stomp around,
Yeah.
and look, I'm so angry.
Yeah.
And slowly but surely, it just that. And I kept working at it, and orchestration, and how do you do that? And then you just, and it's like listening, you have 800 years worth of music to listen to out of the Gregorian chants and the music, all the satanic bands, thank the church, you're welcome. That's all came out of Gregorian.
For sure.
Dude, I went to the Vatican, and I went to some Roman churches. holy shit. You stand in there, it's like, man, this is so evil. This is so awesome. The music and the pipe organ, Bach played and a giant pipe organ.
Oh, yeah.
I got goosebumps, dude. It's just fucking heavy. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
And just classical music, and there's 800 years worth of, oh my God, here's all this music. And those kids at conservatory, yeah, we've heard it, bro. Yeah. Have you listened to this piece by, Gustav Holst, The Planets?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, what? It's like, that's a fucking, and I'm on fire, and I'm running through the halls, and it's just awesome. And they're just still playing catch up,
Sure.
It's wonderful and wonderful new music experience. It's like now I can listen to it with fresh ears, not be all drugged up, and then talk music with the younger kids to where you don't even know, dude. And they're taking it for granted. My mom makes me go to this. Like, this is awesome.
Right.
This is awesome. And just have fun. Music's fun again. Everything's exciting, like it was when I was a kid.
And how do you go from San Francisco? How do you wind up back in Ohio?
San Francisco, I left school and went back to Los Angeles. I was in this movie, so I met the composer there. He said, you should intern with me in summer break. Went down. It's like, wow, this is what this is. We're doing nothing like that at school. Nothing means anything up there.
Right.
So I go back up to school after the summer break, working with the composer. It's like I can't take a crap on everybody and say this sucks. I mean, not sucks. This means nothing in the real world. So I finish out my year. I'm done. So I go back to Los Angeles. Series of opportunities presented themselves. I took it.
And is this, sorry to cut you off, is this when the documentary?
Yeah, that's after the documentary. The guy who wrote the music for the documentary, Kim Plannert, one of the gems of a human being. And he hired me. Had no business hiring me, none at all. And he hired me and taught me a bunch. Got me another job with a guy doing orchestration work. Had no business working with this guy. Got to work on a big, huge film on an orchestration team and TV series orchestration.
Cool.
Can we name drop the film?
Hobbs and Shaw. With The Rock. And, I was on the orchestration team for that.
Wow.
Almost 600 pages worth of music, and with an orchestration team, I had no business doing that. But he brought me along, and usually you haven't done this before, you're fired. Moving on, and it wasn't like that. He brought me along, and got to work at SWAT for CBS. To do that, brought me along.
Cool.
Great people working for him. Nice guy, Tim Williams, just great guy, and worked with Kim, and then I started doing my own stuff and writing music, and I had an opportunity to write for a guy from the New York Phil, and that opened up for that Grammy-nominated record. I met him in Skid Row, the clarinet player, and it was just by circumstance. That's a long story, but I met him. So Skid Row's given me everything. It's given me everything. Travel the world with the running club, Skid Row marathon movie.
Yeah.
I got to run marathons. I got to travel the world, all from Skid Row. All recovery. Recovery gets you to run with the LAPD and a judge, and he travels, and now I travel, and all this stuff. And it just recovery, and Skid Row gave me absolutely everything. And I left my wife. I met her in recovery, and later on, I was just dying. So there's no dating at all at the beginning. It just not even if I wanted to. It's like, you're a piece of crap, fat, dying. So I met her, and her father got married, and my father-in-law became ill. She goes, I have to go back to Ohio and take care of him. I said, well, the girl always leaves. So in my whole life, everyone wants a bad boy until you're bad. And it's like, this, you wanted it, here it is. And it's like, I got to go. So I thought, well, this is no different now, so this is what happened. So I came up to Ohio to drop her off in Newark. And I had my moment of, what is this place? And I was born in Berlin, Stieglitz. It's this little suburb outside of Berlin. And I go, this bike path there, this is like Stieglitz. This I remember as a kid. And what is it? In Granville, the bike path right there. This is like the graveyards where my grandmother was buried. And what the hell? And I was running. I go, what? I didn't know what it was. I had this thing come across like a rat or something. That's a chipmunk. And, it's like, there's a fucking chipmunk, bro. And I'm a city guy. There's pigeons and there's rats.
Right.
And there's chipmunks. And I saw a cardinal. They have cardinals here?
Yeah.
It's like, what are you insane? It's like, I'm on fire. Blue jays and cardinals and chipmunks and a big fat groundhog chewing on something, looking at me like he's leaning up against a fence. It's like Bugs Bunny. Just then looking at me. And I went back to L.A. and I'm standing in Hollywood looking around the streets and COVID hit. And gangster me back in the day, it's like, let's run the streets.
Right.
And I came back and it's like, this is a terrible life. Came back up here a few weeks later, had that same experience, gotta go. And I had my moment of, packed it all up in Hollywood as I drove out on the 101 freeway. Downtown's here, Hollywood's right here. And I felt spiritually, there's no fear. It's what am I going to do about my music? Second thought, I just knew everything was going to be fine, and I came up to Ohio, and my music's never been better out of Newark, Ohio.
How about that?
Yeah, dude, how about that?
How about that?
My life has gotten so much better moving to Newark, Ohio. I love my community so much. I love I don't know about the homeless community. I've still got resentments. F those guys. But, it's like they're like me. I'm not doing anything. But music's great. The community's embraced me. And this guy, I come into a small community. I walk in, scared the crap out of everyone. They embrace me. I get to be able to give back to the community. I got to meet Antoine from Worthington Chamber Orchestra. I get to meet you guys. I get to meet... It's just my life has taken off out here. And... music, great. My wife loves me. What the fuck is that?
How about that?
Dude.
We all three of us got one of those, and it's still...
it's still mind-blowing.
Dude, right? Wild. Yeah, it's just wild.
So you mentioned being part of the community. Like, I got a list of different things you're involved in. So tell me about the Behavioral Health Partners.
I'm a homeless outreach for BHP, Behavioral Healthcare Partners.
Okay, and what does that entail?
I go out and yell at people in a way that... so the job listing was master's in social work and all this stuff, and I'm reading it, and I'm writing music. I got my computers there.
Yeah.
And when I get burnt out, I go to my iMac just for admin crap, and all right, Facebook, and I'm so burnt out, and this job offer comes up. It's like, well, that's what I do. I worked with the music organization in Skid Row called Street Symphony. I was outreach guy, composer in residence, and all that. I'd go out in the street and scream at people, and they knew me. We had a great relationship. I said, well, that's what I did. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Applied, even though I didn't want to apply. It's like God thing. That's, you have to do that.
Yeah.
And they said, nah, you don't have, you have no schooling. So I have a doctor's degree in alcoholism, and drug addiction. I could tell you stories you wouldn't even know.
Right.
So through a series of events, I talked at a Rotary Club meeting, and I saw the CEO out there, and I said, I applied for your job, and it's like I didn't have schooling. You're hired, and I got hired there. So I go in, and people are very, they talk in a very, with love and kindness. I'm giving a Mike Fukuyama who talked to me.
Telling him what the fucking time it is.
Right.
This is my experience. I'm not telling you what to do, but what the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Just doing nothing, sucking off everybody around you, bringing nothing to the table, doing nothing, stinking up the joint. You don't want to do anything. Now I got to watch you do whatever it is you do and step out. I got to have my wife be careful because you don't want to do anything. And I say it in a little harsher terms than that.
Yeah.
But I care, It's like, that's how I was given to me. Hey, F you, man. And I give him my story. My story doesn't change. And it's a great day to change your life, guys and gals. Oh, God. It's like, dude, let's go. It's like, you guys want to get out? 15 minutes. You're on your way to Cincinnati, Akron, Columbus. Let's go. New life. Nope. Every now and then you get someone who buys into it.
Yeah.
That's BHP, and that's.
And what's the common frequency program?
What I did with Street Symphony in Los Angeles is lead a group of people. That is, it went a year. It ran its course at the St. Vincent Menhaven, the St. Vincent's Shelter for Men. I come in with a group of musicians, classical musicians, singer-songwriters. I go out, light the room on fire, tell them my story. They know my story. I've seen them. It's like, oh, geez, here he comes again.
Yeah, right.
Have the performers, or musicians, can't call them performers, it's a racial slur, musicians, and they come in. It's like, what are we doing here? You play and follow me. What do we do? Just play. So they'll play. They'll ask questions. I curse, they curse. The musicians are like, what the hell? And they get comfortable. They open up. They cut them off while they're playing. And just back and forth. Hours up, done. What the hell just happened? Great. Thanks for coming by. That's common frequency. That's the best way I can describe it. If you go in and just, hey guys, and you play, and someone will say, my dad has a harmonica. I don't care what, and then something will come up. Well, I remember my mom used to do this thing when I was a kid. I sure miss my mom. And that being in recovery, I'm sure that'll take you to a place of, whatever your stuff is. Yeah, you know what? And you're open. Yeah, I miss my mom too, or whatever you're going through, or whatever you've gone through. And now you've opened up. Now he opens up a little more. Someone else opens up. Now you have this dialogue, and it's like, all right, give me a second here. What songs do you guys want to hear? Of course, you don't know it, but you try, because we're there to fall on our face and be open as honest. And then that comes up, and then, can I play your guitar? Absolutely not. And then not doing any of that.
Right.
And then that's common frequency
That's
program.
kinda
We're all
cool.
connected.
I like that.
Yeah.
And what about the Licking County Coalition for Care?
That's an organization that helps out those in need, from homelessness to those needing assistance for rent, those who have going through some mental stuff, and anybody in need. So I'm on the board of that organization.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And that's something people can volunteer at or donate to?
You can donate to, volunteer. There's nothing really to volunteer. It's a small organization that gets finances, and they're all very open with the books. And you want to come in, it's like, I want to see your books. Melissa Anderson, just like, there it is.
Hey, Mental Defectives.
Would you like to advertise on our podcast?
If so, email us at mentaldefectivespodcast@gmail.com.
So we can help you make a lot of money.
A whole lot of money.
What? You got some funds for us? And instead of throwing money at it, they're involved in it. There's a lot of people that would throw money at something or do things that will pay people in the organization, and they're like, where's the work? Where's all the solutions? Well, it's the homeless industrial complex, right? So I don't care. If I get in trouble for it, I don't care. That's what it is. So what are you doing? What are you going to volunteer? Why don't you volunteer and serve some dinner? Scream at somebody.
Yeah.
Get your hands dirty. They do. So I'm on the board of that because of Mike Fukuyama yelled at me, and I yelled at
Yeah.
And then what, so you mentioned, I guess you would call it a residency with the orchestra?
Worthington Chamber Orchestra's composer in residence.
Composer in residence.
So I have, each year that I have commissioned to do a big piece of music, and I have a boatload of music, and then some that hasn't been performed, because you just write to get better. And I've have some music and pieces on the outside. I have pieces performed every event, through small chamber works, through big orchestra pieces. So when I'm involved in something like that, it's like, you got to bring something to that's great. Selfishly, that's awesome. I just want to show up for rehearsals, and that's it. Well, let's go to a food pantry. Can we do a homeless shelter? Common frequency program.
Yeah.
How do you explain that to someone?
Right.
I need a couple of folks. Bring them in, you'll see.
Yeah.
And then Antoine is absolutely down with that. He's a great dude, and we hit it off. And I said, I got to bring that with me everywhere I go. I could take some opportunities and be selfish and go, I've done it again. This is great. Third opportunity. Now what? Well, now I'm chasing after something that is, what am I chasing after? I got to keep it correct in here to the best of my ability. And if I'm not, my wife yells at me. And, so you need someone to call your bullshit. I call her bullshit,
Sure.
And you need someone to, I'm sure you guys will, what are you doing? And so I need to be grounded in all the new stuff.
And then, what advice would you have for somebody looking to get into being a composer? Like, how does that even like
Blow everything off?
I hear composer, and I understand like the world of like rock music, rap music,
Right.
all other kinds of. But like when I hear the word composer, I think like Bach, Beethoven,
That's
like
right.
someone sitting with like a white wig and like a
white-
quill
yeah.
pen,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like this would be marvelous, and like
Yeah.
writing cello solo. Like what?
That's what it.
How does that come together?
First, Frank Zappa said it best when he says, "All the good music's already been written by guys in wigs and stuff."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm sure,
Yeah.
So, you're already a composer. You're writing your tunes, right?
Yeah.
So now it's just hearing it a different way. It's like I had the hardest time translating. First, you have to read music. Okay, here's all your clefs, and that's a slow process, but you work at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Piano? Do you play piano? You do now. So that's the orchestra. I can't play piano, and so middle C, ding, ding. Piano's different from then guitar. So once you find a few chords on piano that you'd never play on guitar. Oh shit, there it is. Now play it over here. Oh my God, what's that? What the? Oh my God! And now you're playing different. But you just sit there and you play it, and then you listen to as much music as you possibly can, and you're going to hate it initially. It's like, I don't get it. Where's the chorus? God forbid you call that in classical. It doesn't have a refrain. It's a chorus, refrain. Fuck out of here. And you just listen to it, and you're a composer. It's just a different way of doing it. And I have a hard time by looking at the sheet music. It's like, okay, I'm not hearing that, but when I dump it down into MP3 or whatever the hell, put it on my phone, go out for a walk. Now I can listen to it where I'm comfortable in my old way, being a band. It's like, oh, that's where it should change. That needs to be cut
Yeah.
out instead of looking at it. And that's slowly changing for me to where I can see it. I can almost hear what it looks like on the page, but do it enough. Solfege, you sing that. It's not nonstop, and I'm terrible at it, but now I can do that. And it's just hearing that and then slowly but surely doing it. Notation program, a cheap keyboard, and then you got to learn how to read music. Or there's a lot of guys who don't. They're just fucking awesome.
Composers?
Yeah, I know a handful of them. It's like, I don't read. I farm it out to this orchestrator, play it all in Cubase, do all this stuff. This is great. Here you go. And they would give it to, I would do that. It's like, that's going to cost you a lot of money. No, homeboy,
sounds like
here's a big piece of music. I'll take it, pop it up, dump it down, dump the MIDI down into notation program, or just if I have all the programs, so I'll just pop it up. Okay, flutes, and I'll go and have Dorico over here and just start punching in notes and listen to it, slurs here, dynamics here, and just go. They farm it out, and then
That's wild.
to orchestra. There's your parts. There's your
Yeah.
So like when he's talking about like a MIDI keyboard, like you can play the notes and then just select like whatever instrument you want it to be. So you're like writing it,
Yeah.
and then
You can hear it full orchestra.
playing
Yeah.
all the parts yourself, recording it,
Yeah.
listening to it, and then
Yeah, it's just
present it to the orchestra and be like, "This is."
it's like you get a melody. It's like Beethoven, dun 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 dun
Yeah,
dun dun
yeah.
dun dun. That's your music. Turn it into 45 minutes. Go. So that's his piece. That's your piece. Like any music that you listen to, there's the thing.
Yeah.
So I got to focus on one thing here. Where's the dun 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 part? Okay, there that is. So what am I going to get? What instrument do I give that to? And then you think about it, and you dick around, and you put your oboe sound, and here's some flutes or whatever, bassoon, a contrabassoon. Okay, do that. And you find this thing. Great. Okay, that's where I'm going to start as much. Now what? Well, figure it out. And then slowly but surely, version 213, like V213, fuck. And it's just write small pieces and get bigger. And I've so much to learn, but
Oh yeah,
it slowly gets bigger and bigger. And the orchestration, and that's counterpoint, and that's your theory and all that stuff.
yeah.
And then
How daunting is that to like sit down and be like, I'm gonna write a 45-minute piece
Dude.
of music today?
Dude, I got a 10-minute piece of music I'm writing for Worthington. I'm freaking the fuck out, man. So it's like being open. It's like I have this. It's for orchestra and string quartet within the orchestra, just a separate ensemble. So what is that? It's like, well, could be commissioned for that. That's great. No sweat. So then I get the idea. I have this piece of electronic gear, about Machine Plus. So it's going to be standalone. I'm going to play this on here. I'm going to have some loops, but in a really musical way. And that's amazing. It's a great idea written into the contract. And I'm just looking at Machine Plus. It's like, I just bought it. I don't know what do I know about that thing? I don't know.
Yeah.
You better. So
Yeah.
now it's threw the manual out. Now I'm slowly coming up, not beatboxing or anything, but a few samples that I'm going to run, and then some sounds that I'm going to play. Then it's like, well, shit, I'm just going to bring my laptop with my hard drive, my SSDs, runs 1,000,000 miles an hour. I'm going to use that. So my sneaky way of doing it is I'm going to play piano, and I'm going to play this thing, and now I'm in the orchestra. Now I'm in the orchestra. That's heavy. So
Right.
now I'm in the orchestra. Okay, and I'm going to I work like your hair's on fire.
Yeah.
You better know it, right?
Yeah.
So with that is it's exciting, it's terrifying, and that's going to be, it's going to be great, or it's going to be really, really a bad scene. But I think it's going to be all right. I have
Oh, yeah.
I hear a lot of things, and I just have to take my time and put it down and work on it. So that's coming on the other side of it. I'll know how to work that machine inside and out, and I'll be just dynamite with all the other programs,
Right.
and everything. And now what? So now what do I move to? Is it? I don't know. Just for the next go around for the year after. So now what? So that's a conversation to where that's going to be cool. I'll be able to fly through that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's that. I'm sure Antoine's probably not happy to hear any of that right there. But
As long as you're getting the results.
man, I'm
Right.
going to work hard at doing it, and I hear it. I've done some stuff, not I watch videos, and these guys are just ripping through it, and it's like I want to do that. I'm doing it. It just I know that much. I'll know a lot more.
It's a whole process.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And just how hard you want to
Right,
work,
right.
and work on it. And it's not work if you love it. It's frustrating, right? As you know, you're a musician.
Yeah.
You want to kill yourself. And when in that one time where the band comes together, or that one thing comes together,
All worth it.
oh my God, that's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I knew it. It's great. And then next day, how come this fucking plugin doesn't work? His Logic keeps crashing. So.
Oh, the logic crashing is real. I can't tell you how many times we get I'll sit there and agonize over I'm talking like a 12 or 16 bar verse, all of 45 seconds, and you're just like, this is shit. And then we sit down okay, well, let's just go crazy on a bridge, and then the bridge comes together, and then you go back. I just can't imagine 45 minutes would just that's nuts.
No, it's just
I can't wrap
I haven't
around
got to that. That 45 minutes is full blown symphonies. And I haven't
Yeah.
got to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Symphony number 1 hasn't come. It's going to come, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just
Yeah,
not
absolutely.
ready for that. That's
Sure.
just 3-4 movements, and you better be ready for that. So
Yeah.
those, I got a 10-minute piece right now with full orchestra, string quartet, and Machine Plus, my artillery keyboards, and all the sounds I could ever possibly want. So what are you going to come up with? What are you going to sample? I'm going to make my own samples, chop them all up, maybe resample live. So when they're playing, it's coming in, I get to resample, do that, be very busy. It sounds cool.
Yeah,
I hear it
right.
up there. How do you do that? Let's go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. For
yeah,
sure.
so, and then how do I get all the electronic stuff that I'm doing that into the score? What does that look like? So I got to make that up. And
Yeah.
and click track. Do I use a click track for the conductor or not? And how do I do that?
Oh, do you use a click track?
I don't know. I don't know. But if I'm playing,
You're keeping time, so it seems like
no, it's I'm gonna.
I actually have no
it's,
idea.
It's a thing about it's a piece about immigration. So I'm gonna have my wife start off with reading what's on the Statue of Liberty.
Nice.
Right, so it's going to be through an old time radio effect, right?
like it.
And it's all crackling
Oh, yeah,
with
yeah,
everything,
yeah.
and she's going to read that, and so there's got to be some kind of tempo. So where's it free time
Sure.
or anything? So it's free time, and you got to get her to pull back. Here's a rough estimate. I'll see how that goes. We'll do that the week after next.
okay.
So
Cool.
after next week lands after 4th of July, so I'm going to do that. So do I determine do I give it a click track and I'll walk her through that, or do I don't want to chop it up and make 1,000 slices and then
I'll take you forever.
Right.
You're
it's
there
just-
all day.
Yeah, I just want to blow my head off. So
Yeah.
if I do that, then there's got to be some musicality to it. If any of the other instruments are going to come by, I mean, string quartet, then what's the cueing off of that? Well, all the pads I'm doing, or if I'm doing any, or if it's just chords on the piano, I've got to keep time to that. Something's happening, and Antoine's got to have a piece in his ear to,
Right.
and it's not going to be. I'm going to kill myself if it's straight click. I got to design a click and make it push and pull and do that 5 or 6 beats per thing to where it just gives it some flow and push, and because you get that, like anything, put it on the grid, you'll kill yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's modern music. A lot of modern music is just everything is so tight and clean and just
Quantized to hell.
where's the
Right.
swing, bro? Where's the
Right,
swing?
right.
And so that's another decision off of that.
Yeah.
And I have to make up my own language to give to these guys. So here's my language. They don't want to hear just vibe it. I've had studio sessions where people they checked out, and I paid it for a session where it was just, he said vibe it, and you could see him just, the tattoos, you're a slob, you're just
Yeah.
you're not high art, and then it's
Right.
like, man, I lost him. So I have to talk to them in a way to where we can all get on the same page.
Sure.
Be smart about it.
Have you
know?
caught any resistance coming from like a rock and roll background? Like, I can't imagine there's many composers running around with like hand and neck tattoos. Like, is that like a thing?
Yeah.
Like you're just some rock guy invading our space. We're classically trained artists.
No, because, well, I mean, not outwardly, because I was so fired up with learning classical music. I don't know anything about this. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah,
Well, okay,
yeah.
I'm not. I was in a band that had a rock single. On any of that. I'm from L.A., don't you know?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
oh,
that
okay, you're
bluster,
an idiot.
yeah.
No, I'm just genuinely happy to be here, and you guys are great young players. I cannot believe you play like that. How do you do that? Can I sit with you and talk? This is amazing. How do you do that? How do you write that?
Yeah.
I'll buy you a hot dog or something. It's just,
Yeah.
this is
You're
great.
hungry.
Thank you so much. I'm such a lucky guy to be here, and that's how I felt in school.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And thank you guys. I really, really appreciate, you guys reading through my music. It's not a ball washing job, just because I want to do what I need you to do and be phony about it, because we all read through each other's nonsense. So I'm genuinely happy about it. And yeah, I haven't got that yet on the outside,
Nice.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
On the inside, what did Anthony Hopkins say? What others think about me is not my concern.
It's not my business, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just, if you're behind my back, good for you.
Right.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So what advice would you have for somebody early on in recovery in your
Oh.
best gangster Japanese voice? No.
It's all going to be okay. It's not your life that you fucked up. You've ruined everyone else's life around you, and all you think about is how bad I feel. You just, right now, it's shit, and that's what you're acting like. So everyone can recover. You're no different than anyone else. I need my special thing. I need my Vivitrol. You don't need nothing. So first of all, don't quit being a liar. Go to your goddamn meeting, get a sponsor, sit in the front, and I don't care if you don't like him. Who cares? I don't like you, but my life gets better talking to you. All right?
Yeah.
I get to see what I was like. Look at
Right,
you.
right.
My go-to line, look at you. It's time to go, baby. Your life is going to be beautiful. What can I do for you? I'll go to the ends of the earth until you start lying to me in 5 seconds, and then I'm walking away. Now let's go. Give me a call tomorrow.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
I
That
love
fire,
that.
that fire and brimstone
Yeah.
sobriety. I love it.
I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
I gotta ask too. So just like, I have this infatuation with like the late '80s Sunset Strip. Like, if I had a time machine, that's the first fucking thing I would
Yeah,
do. I
right.
would go back to 1987 Sunset Strip and just.
I wasn't there for that, but
So you were there early '90s. Do you ever meet anybody in Tool or Rage?
I
Because there's a
spent,
handful. There's a bunch of. Those are the
Nine-
two prominent ones I can think of. But
believe it was 99, 98. I was at Tom Morello's on-4th of July party or something.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was up at his house.
Yeah.
He had a
Hell
big
yeah.
swimming party. That's right after Swingers came out. And so Vince Vaughn and Favreau were laying in the pool, and all the band Janes was up there as well.
Oh, man.
So we were standing up there, and
Oh
it's
my
like,
God, was Lane
That's
Staley there?
insane.
no.
Oh.
We could try to get Lane Staley to sing on our first record. And we did our UPO did the record at London Bridge, which did Pearl Jam
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Pearl Jam's producer Rick Pearsher. He's dead. Drugs, there's alcohol, drugs,
Yeah.
and we just like, can we get Lane? He's there, bro. There's no way he's gonna answer the phone, and he's on his way out. There's no way. So we
Yeah.
never got to meet that guy. All the other guys we got to meet.
Jerry Cantrell.
Yeah, dude. So Cantrell, I was
What about their bassist?
Mike Starr.
Yeah.
Never met him. He was. I heard through friends. He lived by
'Cause he had-
right off of Vine Street, right by the Capitol Records building. Terrible drug addict.
Yeah.
Terrible drug addict. Cantrell, I was living on North Sierra Bonita Street in Hollywood. I was floor one. I think he was, the number is 250, 206 or whatever, upstairs in the corner building. His management or record people had to go in and bust that fucking door down to get a hold of him, just smoking crack. It's like, Jerry's up there ripping it, dude. Bad, dude. So I got to meet him through some bad circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah, and their singer, William, we used to smoke pot with him all the time in the same Sierra Bonita building. Static X lived there. It was just a big rock palace. And
Oh,
it was
wow.
just
That's
everyone who's
wild.
everyone. So it was just like,
Yeah.
so what are you working on? This?
Yeah.
Like, damn, this is great. Or, man, that sucks. What do you know? But it was vibrant music scene after. I didn't get to experience the hair metal stuff, but all the rock stuff and being signed in that and getting to all the clubs for free and all that crap. And you got to meet everyone. So
That's Perry Farrell.
no, not Dave
That might have
Navarro.
been-
Yeah, Eric Avery. Yeah, Stephen
Oh,
Perkins. Yes.
Yeah.
Not Perry Fair. He lived in Venice, did his own thing.
Oh, okay.
He's
Yeah.
shooting up in Venice. So
I'm just running down like early '90s
Right.
rock star drug addicts and like,
no, I was playing.
so
We were
sick.
UPO was playing St. Louis, and we were gonna go on a few minutes or whatever. Dressing room door kicks open. Tom Morello's standing there. I'm driving through. I got this shitty car, and you guys are playing. What the fuck? And so we hung out with him. Went to a spaghetti restaurant right afterwards. Started drawing. Who's the best band? Black Sabbath, screaming at each other. And
Yeah.
just stuff like that. You know.
you scream
That's
at Tom
awesome.
Morello
Yeah.
at a spaghetti restaurant in
I
St.
love
Louis.
spaghetti.
Like,
We're going to a spaghetti restaurant. What? And then we, all right. So we
Okay.
went out there and I knew him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
that's so. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's cool.
I could do another hour just asking about that stuff. Ben, thank you so much for coming on. Where can people see your orchestra that you're conducting through 27?
Not conducting. I'll get killed. I'm a composer
Composing.
conducting. BenShirleyMusic.com, Worthington Chamber Orchestra, WCO or WorthingtonChamberOrchestra.com. I'm also on the, if I'd be remiss to say,
Remiss?
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 Yeah.
To say I'm on the board of the Newark Granville Symphony Orchestra, and that's a whole other story how I got involved with them. I love the executive director. I'm on the board. I've composed a couple pieces for them as well. I love them. So Newark Granville Symphony Orchestra.com as well, BenShirleyMusic.com, and all the. There's some horrible video out there of me as well. It's that way back in the day from VHS and all that stuff. And thank you so much for having me. I had a great time. I
Amazing.
got to talk so much, but
No, this
this
was
is great.
incredible. And
Yeah.
last thing before we get out of here, you were on record as saying like you love recording and writing music, but you would never be caught dead recording at like a 4 a.m. time slot. What do you mean by that?
I don't know. What do you mean? Did I say that? Wait for it.
It's the Mental Defectives podcast. It's Milligram, Jerry with a G, Ben Shirley.
Son of a bitch.
BenShirley.com. If you or someone you know is struggling with drugs or alcohol, contact the House of Hope today.
At hofhope.org or call for a consultation.